Hello there, welcome to Genesis Models. My name is Bobby Waldron, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Airfix's absolutely new fantastic Gloster Meteor F.8 1/48 scale by Airfix. This is a brand new release, something like, when was it now? I think it was like April 2016, so very new tool, very cool to see. So let's take a look inside. Now this kit costs about the £32 mark ish, so you know, an okay fair price actually for what is a jet. But let's have a look at a few of the tiny pieces to start off with. We have all sorts of pieces on here. We have some wheel well detail here, as you can see. We've got some raised rivets and some raised pipes and hoses and that sort of thing. The bottom part of our cockpit area. We've got our ejector seats here, which are actually looking very crisp and very smart. We've got two options here for the ejector seat, which is rather cool, where we can have it with all your harnesses and stuff on, or not, if you want to say put a pilot in or something like that. And then, as you can see, lots of different little pieces going on all around the kit with the wheels and everything. Not hardly a bit of flash on here at all, and I've also noticed that ejector pin marks are all in places where you don't mind them being as well, which is rather cool. This kit does have loads of cool options, like having our engines either in and out. Hopefully you can see here, you know, them sort of well detailed. You probably want to spruce them up a little bit more if you did want to sort of have your engines on show, because I would say they're not quite there. They do need a little bit of help, but still they do make for a good start. There's some sort of exhaust bits here as well that also go on there. We've got some flaps at the back here, wheel well doors, that kind of thing, although I think those could be actually the panels. Not quite sure, but still, you know, looking rather good. No ejector pin marks inside these panels either, which is also good to see. Then we have some surface detail here with I do believe this is the bottom part of the wing section, and it is typical Airfix type surface detail. We do have that very crisp but very sharp recessed panel line detail, which is potentially a little bit out of scale, a little bit maybe too big. We've got flaps and slats and tail sections here, which have all sorts of sort of cool raised rivet detail on there. Very well detailed, actually. Very cool, crisp raised rivets and recessed panel lines where they're due as well. As you can see, they're looking rather cool. We have some internal detail here, which, as you can see, you know, bags of detail going on there, which is rather good for Airfix. And then moving along to the bottom part of our wing section, we have again the same sort of level of detail. Not much in the likes of rivets going on here, admittedly. There is a few here and there, but this particular aircraft could have lots of rivets going on with it. We've got some internal cockpit detail just here as well. As you can see, we've got quite a lot of detail going on inside there, with all sorts of raised wires, panels, raised rivets. Here's the opposite side as well, you know, again good detail going on there. We do have wheel well detail, that's just here as well. Again, you know, is actually, you know, there's a fair bit of detail actually for Airfix. I know Airfix is good, you know, but they just sometimes lack, but actually this one is, for out of the box, looking rather good. Then we have our fuselage section, which hopefully you can see. Again, surface detail is pretty much the same as everywhere else on the kit, one or two rivets. Admittedly, here at the front section though, we do have a lot of nice sort of rivet work detail, and here we have a panel removed so that you can sort of have all the MGs on display, and just around the edges we've got this lovely sort of step and a couple of bolt holes and stuff going on in there. Absolutely, you know, really cool detail, and that's on both sides as well. Admittedly, with this kit, I mean, as it does wrap around, you may sort of notice that you know, maybe the recessed panel lines may fade just slightly. Hopefully, as you can see just on this bit here as well, that bit does fade slightly, just only slightly. You may want to come in there with a P cutter and just give that a slight bit of a scribing just to make sure it can take a wash, but it isn't a common factor on this kit. You know, so yeah, top marks there. And then, as I always dread with Airfix and their canopies, because they can be a bit problematic, with this kit they have got it right. Look at that stunning, crystal clear, absolutely beautiful canopies there going on by Airfix. Absolutely stunning. We've got no cobweb effects or cracks or anything like that. You know, they've got that canopy spot on. Then let's have a look at some other things here. We have our markings, marking callouts here. We've got a camo version with natural metal finish on the underside. We then also have a all-round natural metal finish version as well. So we've got two nice options there, but only two, but still not too bad. You do get also a decal call out. Let's turn it the right way around, telling you where all your little stencils go. Next up we have our decals. Now our decals are looking really, really stunning. They look like they are cartographer decals. If I just check, because I never, yep, just say on the box there that they are from Cartograph, which are basically the best decals in the world, but they never seem to allow them to seem to put the Cartograph name to the decals. But again, decals, Cartographer, they're going to be easily they're easily going to take micro solid sets, so they should go down really well. No problems with them decals, looking quite stunning. And then we have the instructions, which, as always, you've got that nice bit of a description about the aircraft itself, and you know, we've got the colour, the whole new colour thing going on as well, where it tells you where the pieces are going. We've got a nice cockpit section here, and that seems to go together sort of pretty standard. And just quickly moving along, you have these really cool options to have your MGs open. You can put all that detail in there. Moving along, I don't know if that's going to be maybe a bit problematic with the whole sort of wheel wells and landing gear detail, sort of all these different pieces coming together. I know sometimes it can sort of slightly make a fit issue, but you might be okay with that. Got a nice bit of exhaust detail, moving through pretty standard as we go through. We've got options to have all sorts of flaps, slats and tail sections and all this kind of stuff, and elevators in whatever sort of positions you want them. We've got our air intakes, you can have them open, closed, so there's actually a lot of options here. Then we have a load more cool options for this kit, where we've actually got, you know, we can have the engines on display, both engines on display. You can even have an engine on its own sort of stand as well, so you can have it outside the aircraft being worked on a stand, which is cool. You can cover them up if you want to, so that just adds to even more. Landing gear up or down, you know, all sorts of stuff. With this kit as well, it will be a tail sitter if you don't put some sort of weight in the cockpit section or the nose section. It says 15 grams, but I would try and just whack as much weight as you can in the kind of the front end of the aircraft. So moving along, that is basically it. So yeah, £32, brand new kit by Airfix. Really, I've got to say, it looks like a stunning kit, and it's of an iconic aircraft. If it goes together well, I mean, you can't really grumble, have any problems with this aircraft. So yeah, it's definitely a big thumbs up and a well recommended kit here at Genesis Models. So hopefully you enjoyed that inbox review, and until next time, my name's Bob Waldron, this is Genesis Models, and I'll see you next time.
Thank you.